I hope you guys are having a great day today. I hope everything's going well. Today we're going to be talking about how to start a sneaker business from zero. And yes, it's going to be exactly from zero, having nothing. I'm going to explain how I did it and how I was able to grow it. Please stay tuned to this video. If you are new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are still on the way to 1,000 subscribers. I know I've been lagging a little bit with the videos, but we're gonna make this a series. So this is gonna be, basically I'm gonna start with zero as well. I'm going to go out there, buy shoes, flip them, show you guys what I'm making, show you guys the profit margins and all that good stuff. First step, you have to come up with a name. Obviously something that sticks out to people, something that gets the audience, something that represents you, something unique, obviously. You're looking for something that, it's similar and a lot of people have it. Going to be a little bit more difficult to get your name out there, especially if more people have that same name or something related to that name. What you're looking for is something unique, something that when you search up on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, Facebook, etc., that you're the first one to pop up. Get the eye of the audience, especially for those new people that you're trying to make those connections with. So make sure you come up with a name, take your time with it, don't rush through it, right? Make sure that you find that name that you like, that you think you can get creative with, that you think you can post under, especially on Instagram. Instagram's gonna be your best friend here. Step two, you're gonna want to get social media, right? Depending on what type of shoes you wanna sell. If you wanna sell just online on StockX, eBay, then you really probably don't really need it. But if you wanna sell to friends, family, people that you know around the country, around the world, however it is, obviously everybody has their different audience. You're gonna need a type of social media, whether it's StockX, etc. Find the unique name, create a platform for yourself. Obviously, starting from zero is very hard, but once you get the ball rolling, people will tell people and it's gonna get around eventually, okay? So it's just a matter of time. Some people get up there higher than others. Some people, it takes time. Some people like to stick on the low, sell just online, which I'm gonna explain. Step three. Okay, now we're on step three. You gotta choose what type of audience you wanna sell to. If you wanna go to sneaker shows, if you just wanna do online, if you wanna do both, which I really recommend, it's all up to you. Obviously in sneaker shows, you're gonna make more connections, you're gonna meet more people. You really get your name out there. So find your base, find your niche or where you want to sell your product. Really looking to do this long term, create a plan. What are you looking to do? Are you looking to travel and go to sneaker shows? Are you looking to just stay online? Are you looking to sell to people around town? It's all up to you at the end of the day. Step number four. To start with zero, obviously one or two things that you can do, which is what I did. I started with zero. Obviously, what I did at the time, I was working at Nike before I started everything, obviously, because if you were a Nike employee, you cannot resell, so I had to obviously quit that job to be able to do it. But while I was going through my business plan and seeing what I would do, thought about, okay, let me just open up a credit card with a low balance, obviously, to start off, because if it does fail, then you can still pay that off if you have a job. Just do it as a hobby at first. Obviously, starting at zero is different than starting with like $10,000, $20,000. It's a whole different game there, okay? But if you're not fortunate enough to have that $10,000, $20,000, I'd suggest if you have a job to open up a credit card just for it, test it out, see if it does work. Because if it doesn't work, then you gotta pay all these taxes and etc. So find something, find your name, create a platform for yourself, see your niche. Are you gonna sell obviously in online? Are you gonna sell, you plan to sell everywhere? You plan to sell hype shoes, low-end shoes on eBay, whatever the case may be. So once you do figure that out, open that credit card. If you're not able to open a credit card, I would just recommend if you have save up to $100, $200, you can always start there. Okay, I will be explaining how you can start from there. If you do get accepted for that credit card, make sure to use it wisely, right? You don't want to use it for the food, you don't want to use it for gas, try to balance that out. It's gonna help you a lot if you just use it straight for the shoes. That way you can keep buying the shoe, paying it off, buying the shoe, paying it off. Then you're looking at a plus, especially cards that have benefits with it, like a 2% cash back, 1% cash back, something that can help you out in that long term, especially when you're spending that much amount of money. So yeah, really look into that. It takes time, obviously, find that right one for you, and it's gonna help you out, right, in the long term. My fifth step would be, if you're starting with, let's say you got a balance of $500 on the credit card, or let's say you only have $200. You're obviously not gonna go out there and spend $300 on this to flip it for example, $320, or $400 to flip it for $400 or $420, right? You're only making $20 off that $100. So I would recommend going to a Nike outlet, Adidas outlet. You can even go to Goodwill. You can go to footwear stores around town that are having sales and search them up online, right? Search up on eBay latest sales, search up on StockX latest sales, check up on Go latest sales, whatever the case may be, wherever you feel more comfortable. Suggestion is go out to the outlet stores, find a shoe, let's say something like this, right? Let's say I bought it for brand new, obviously it's used. Say I bought it brand new for $20, it was on sale, whatever, I got it, it's in a box for $20, but on, say StockX, they're selling for 70 bucks, right? So we're still making some sort of profit there. So right, if I can spend the $20 on this and get me 2 to 3 pairs of shoes, right? We're only spending 60, 80 bucks, right? You wanna do the math correctly, obviously. Don't just buy something because it looks good and you think it's gonna sell, right? Buy something because it has profit. Sometimes the best profit comes from the ugliest shoes, and you're gonna find that out, especially if you're doing outlet sales, right? If you're going to the outlet, if you're going to find the shoe on sale, right? And you find it ugly and it's on sale, look it up, right? Do the research on that product. Take your time in the store. Don't rush through the store just looking for Jordans or looking for Adidas, like Yeezys, because you're probably not gonna find it in a store, right? So you wanna make sure you take your time, you look through those sale shoes, look through those right sizes. Obviously, this one in size 11 might be selling for 70, but then in size 8, it might be selling for 20 bucks. So what's the point of getting a size 8, right? So do your research while you're in that store. It's gonna help you out a lot, right? It's gonna take some time. It's just like a job, right? You're gonna have to put that working of looking for that shoe, looking for the right size, looking for the right profit margin that you're looking for. Obviously, you're not gonna spend $100 to make $2. I mean, you could, but all that work that you have to do through the packaging and the shipping label and shipping it, making sure it gets verified, because eBay obviously does the verification, making sure it gets verified and all that good stuff. Is it really worth that $2? So look for that right margin. It's gonna assist you out a lot in the long run. So make sure you do take your time in the store. That's a big plus. If you don't have a car and you have somebody taking you, just let them know, hey, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna be there for a little bit. Like, it's not gonna be something quick. Like, I'm looking for, to make some sort of money. Look for that right product. If it looks good to you, the sales look good to you online, make sure that you go through it and make sure that, it's benefiting you in the long run. So once you sell it, once you get that payout, obviously it takes payout fee. So make sure you keep your eye on that payout fee. Make sure you keep your eyes on that. And if it looks right to you, $20, $30 of profit, spending the minimum, by all means, right? Make that profit, easy profit, okay? Especially if the sales are weekly or daily sales from that product in that same size. Make sure you take your time looking into that. It's gonna assist you a lot into that. A lot of money if you're doing it correctly, right? You gotta make sure you build up on it. Because again, if we're buying just this shoe, just one of them for 400, flipping it for 420, you're only making 20 bucks. But if you're buying quantities of this one and you're profiting 20 to 30 bucks each shoe and you have 5 or 6 of them, you're obviously double or tripling or even quadrupling the amount that you would make from a hype shoe. Right? So you gotta make sure that you find that balance of it, right? I'm not saying to not go buy this from somebody just because you want to post it on your Instagram. You can do it, right? But I feel like that's the biggest mistake that a lot of sneakerheads are doing when they're selling, especially new people that are getting into the game that don't know profit margins, that don't know anything business related. They're just doing it to, get the hype around the shoe and then they sell it. It's happening with a lot of Yeezys, right? They're dropping for $230, people are selling it for like $250. What's the point of spending $200, $230 to make $20 when you can maybe go in an outlet store, spend those $230 and 6 pairs of shoes and double, triple that profit, okay? So make sure that you really know what you're looking for in those type of situations. It's gonna pay out a lot. I'm gonna wrap up this video, right? I told you a couple steps. Again, it's a series, so I'm gonna show you guys how it's done. I'm gonna go to stores, I'm gonna be doing all that good stuff. I'm gonna be showing you, the profit margins of each shoe. If I do deals with like a friend, I already have that clip. So for that next video, you're gonna be seeing me buy that product. I'm gonna come back home. I'm going to break it down, show you on StockX Go, which one it's been selling on. Is it valuable? Is it profitable? I'm gonna be showing you that stuff. That way you can get the gist of things and see what I mean by, if you're buying an everyday shoe compared to a hype shoe, right? The difference is there, right? You just gotta make sure you know what you're doing in that situation, right? So if you can buy that shoe for lower and make more profit, why not do it, right? Because boom, you can get that, pay that credit card off, and then you can use that again. Plus you get those points from the credit card. So that's just adding up. That's just profit adding up. So you're adding that 2% cashback, 1% cashback is still profit to you. right? As long as you're paying that credit card, as long as that credit card is not going overdue for that month. So the biggest tip here is to buy something that you know is gonna sell quickly, within 2 weeks worth, and that you're able to get that money quickly, pay the credit card, get that profit, either put it to a side or use that profit to buy more shoes, right? Obviously, when you're using cash, it's a little bit different. You don't have to pay anything else. So if you're looking for something with a higher margin and you're willing to do it, willing to wait that time, by all means, that's all personal options, right? At the end of the day, you're gonna do whatever you feel like it's gonna benefit you the most. So make sure you get a deep look into that. You learn from your mistakes. It's gonna happen here and there, but you know, once you get the ball rolling, you're gonna notice that, like, okay, maybe I can risk it and maybe it'll benefit me or maybe it won't. Okay, so it's all personal opinion at the end of the day. For that next episode, I'm gonna show you that deal that I did with my friend, good friend of mine. He hooked it up because he needed to get rid of those shoes. I told him I'd buy it from him. There's gonna be another series coming out too. Me and my buddy Ish, we're going to be going around and we're gonna try to start with 50 bucks and we're gonna try and get up all the way to our grail. So that's gonna be a fun challenge that we're gonna be doing. It's gonna be a long series too, because obviously we gotta go around, see what we can do, sell, and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna be pretty busy here on YouTube, so please make sure to follow both of these series. And if you enjoyed today's video and you want to know more, or if you think I missed something, please let me know so I can go over it in the next video. If you have any questions, please let me know so I can answer those in the next video. And we'll see you next time. Peace!